Hi everybody, welcome to the Thursday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Let's review the school closing situation for tomorrow. The following schools are closed: Callaway, Christian, Graves, and Hopkins counties, Heritage Christian Academy, Mayfield City Schools, Marshall, Muhlenberg, Todd, and Trigg counties. Also, Clarksville Montgomery County Schools in Tennessee is closed. University Heights Academy is opening 2 hours late on Friday with parent discretion, and Murray Independent School District is opening 2 hours late on Friday. Here's a look at some other closings and cancellations. The Hopkinsville Community Counseling Center evening DUI classes are canceled for tonight. The Fulton Police Department's Neighborhood Watch meeting for tonight has been canceled and will be rescheduled at a later date. And Christian County Relay for Life Team Captains meeting for tonight also canceled. Meanwhile, there are some events that have been rescheduled that were postponed this week due to inclement weather. The Graves County Middle School Boys Basketball Banquet has been rescheduled for 6 o'clock Tuesday evening in the school cafeteria. And the Girls Basketball Banquet will be held at 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. After the second heavy snowfall this week, road conditions rapidly deteriorated yesterday, causing numerous wrecks across western Kentucky. But this morning, the main roads were in pretty good shape, while secondary roads still remained slick and hazardous. Meanwhile, snow removal and cleanup got underway today as businesses and crews used whatever means available to clear parking lots and walkways. So how much snow did we see across western Kentucky yesterday? About 4 inches of powder was measured in downtown Cadiz. Around Murray, 5 inches of snow accumulated. Calvert City and Marshall County recorded about 2.5 inches, while in Hardin about 3.5 inches was measured, with Draftonville reporting about 4 inches. In Christian County, snowfall amounts indicate the southern portion of the county received the most snow, with Pembroke reporting about 5 inches and Gracie measuring about 3 inches. About 4 inches of white powder was reported in Elkton in Todd County, and only about 2 inches of snow was measured in Madisonville in Hopkins County. An Oak Grove man wanted in a weekend shooting at a Clarksville nightclub that killed a Hopkinsville man and injured 4 other people is now in police custody. The Marshall County Sheriff's Department reports 25-year-old James Roland Cranmer was arrested Wednesday after a multi-department operation. An arrest warrant was served on Copeland Lane near Possum Trot, just west of Calvert City, by Marshall County Sheriff's deputies, along with the Marshall County Special Response Team, Paducah SWAT Team, and the McCracken County Emergency Response Team. Cranmer was wanted by the Clarksville Police for criminal homicide in a shooting that occurred Sunday morning around 3:30 at the Flavors Club at 801 Fort Campbell Boulevard that killed 25-year-old DeTwain Bell of Hopkinsville and injured 3 males and a female. Cranmer is lodged in the Marshall County Jail awaiting extradition back to Clarksville. Kentucky State Police and other law enforcement agencies are still looking for a man that disappeared after a multiple vehicle wreck on the Cumberland River Bridge near I-24 earlier today. Interstate 24 was shut down for hours this morning at the Cumberland River Bridge at the Lyon-Livingston County line around 4 o'clock this morning after multi-separate wrecks occurred involving several commercial vehicles. State Police spokesman Trooper Dean Patterson told Source 16 that the driver of a commercial van has not been seen since the accident. Police believe the driver of the van may have fallen off the bridge into the Cumberland River. Emergency officials from Lyon, Livingston, and Marshall counties are assisting state police in searching for the man. Rescue boats were deployed in the Cumberland River to aid in the search near the bridge. Authorities believe a combination of dense fog, darkness, and icy road conditions contributed to the accidents. As of news time, complete details of the wrecks and the identity of the missing man had not been released by state police. Well, Christian County Republican Party Chair Willie Cooper of Harton Place is reportedly listed in serious but stable condition at the University of Louisville Hospital today. Cooper was involved in an accident with a tractor trailer on Bluegrass Parkway around the 25-mile marker near Bardstown around 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. Friends say she was on her way to Frankfort for a meeting when her black SUV collided with a tractor trailer. Friends at today's Kiwanis luncheon say Cooper suffered a broken arm and doctors are watching bleeding from a head injury. Cooper also serves as the president of the Kentucky Federation of Republican Women. The community of Fair Dealing in Marshall County is mourning the tragic loss of a 12-year-old South Marshall Middle School student. The Marshall County Sheriff's Department says they were called to a Fair Dealing home Tuesday night around 11 o'clock, where they found 12-year-old Katie Hipsher unresponsive. An investigation revealed that Katie, who loved hunting and fishing, had been cleaning her shotgun when it accidentally discharged, fatally injuring her. Memorial services for Katie will be held Saturday evening at 7 in the Collier Funeral Home Chapel in Benton. Friends may call Saturday evening between the hours of 5 and 7 o'clock. She was the daughter of Craig Hipsher of Benton and Erin Quinn Ryan Hipsher of Middlesboro, or Middlestown, Ohio. Well, the Local Development Corporation held its monthly meeting today and unanimously approved a grant up to $10,000 to repair a parking lot adjacent to the Christian County Historical Society building. In other action, the board approved several neighborhood empowerment plans that include paint jobs and roof and drywall repairs to homes located in the areas of East 18th and 19th Streets and West 15th Streets. In other business, Intercity Res Program Coordinator Laura Faulkner gave an update about her organization.
It's progressing with working on the documents for a 3-year business plan and a mission statement. The energy efficiency conservation block grant that was awarded, I believe last year, we're working on getting clients processed for eligibility, and I believe 3 have been processed and are going to be bid out sometime this week. So we're moving forward on that program, and currently there are 36 properties in the bank for the Land Bank Authority.
Meanwhile, board members say environmental issues need to be addressed before they can decide on taking action to demolish the former Metcalf Floral building. The board then went into closed session to discuss property acquisition and took no action. Well, imagine what it would be like if you didn't know how to read. You wouldn't be able to read a newspaper, an email, even a menu. The importance of reading exceeds more than what you may initially think, and the Hopkinsville Public Library has been working to bring resources to the community to help strengthen literacy in Christian County.
We do get United Way funding each year for around $10,000. That's what has enabled us to continue the project Ready to Read. And along with that, every newborn family at Jenny Stewart comes home with a little bag talking about the importance of reading to their babies, and it has a book and a bib in it, and that's thanks to a community-wide effort there.
Library Director Jackie Satterley also spoke to Hopkinsville Kiwanians about the library kicking off their eBooks for Kids software called Tumble Books on their website next Monday. The Kiwanis also kicked off their annual membership drive. The club currently has 105 members, and they've set a goal of having 10 new members by the end of the drive. A second report of an indecent exposure incident at a residential home is being investigated by Hopkinsville police. According to the police report released today, the female victim of Casey Mead Drive off Morningside Drive heard her dog barking Tuesday night around 2:30, and when she looked outside her front window, she saw a male looking in and sexually touching himself. You may recall on the night of November 3rd, around 10 o'clock, a woman who lived on North Drive told police she was watching television when she heard her alarm beep. When she went to the door, she reportedly saw a naked man on her back deck touching himself. She described the man as a white male in his mid-20s with short, light-colored hair, tattoos on his chest, red shirt, and dark-colored pants. At this time, spokesman Officer Paul Ray says detectives cannot be positive, but they think the suspect may be the same individual in both cases. Well, if you're looking for somewhere to get your taxes done for free, you might be in luck. Murray State University's Department of Accounting and its Student Honor Society, Beta Alpha Psi, are offering their nationally recognized Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, or VITA program. IRS-certified accounting students will be available to assist MSU students, employees, moderate-income taxpayers, and senior citizens with tax assistance. The sessions will be held every Friday for the next 5 weeks and are held in the 353 Business Building South between noon and 4. There's no appointment necessary, and assistance is done on a first-come, first-served basis. People seeking tax preparation assistance with federal and state returns should bring the following documents: Photo ID and Social Security cards and other identifying documents for the taxpayers and any dependents, 2009 W-2s, 1099s, and other tax records, and copies of completed 2008 tax returns if available. For more information, contact the Murray State University Department of Accounting, 809-4193. A long-standing ban on Kentucky nuclear power plants could soon be lifted. The bill cleared in the Senate 31-5 late yesterday afternoon and will soon be sent to the House, where it's failed in the past. Chairman of the Senate Appropriations and Revenue Committee and independent Senator Bob Leeper of Paducah has been pushing to get the measure through the General Assembly for years. State law currently prohibits nuclear power plants from being built in Kentucky until the United States has a permanent storage facility to contain radioactive waste. Paducah is home to the gaseous diffusion plant, which enriches uranium for use as nuclear fuel. 38th District State Representative Mike Nemes of Louisville has filed a bill aimed at placing a term limit on state legislators. Under the proposal, House and Senate members will not be allowed to serve more than 3 consecutive terms. In addition to placing term limits on state legislators, the bill would extend the number of years a legislator would serve between elections. Under the proposed bill, House members would go from 2 to 4 years, and terms for members of the Senate would increase from 4 to 6 years. In a news release, Nemes was quoted as saying, "After doing some research and looking at how other states are handling the question of term limits, I decided to file the bill since I believe Kentuckians needed term limits for the whole legislative body." House Bill 375 was introduced to the House earlier this week. Clarksville police say snow prints on the ground lead to the arrest of a vehicle burglar early this morning. After making contact with 42-year-old Michael Birdwell of Clarksville around 4 o'clock and checking area businesses, officers followed snow tracks and discovered Birdwell's boot prints led to an unlocked Jeep at a Riverside Drive business. In addition, police say snow imprints inside the vehicle matched the bottom of Birdwell's boot and that he had a stolen GPS belonging to the Jeep's owner. Police say Birdwell has a lengthy criminal history and that he was released from jail last month after committing a similar offense. He's charged with 1 count of vehicle burglary and is booked into the Montgomery County Jail on a $30,000 bond. Well, Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $30 million, but wait till Saturday, the Powerball jackpot, $82 million.